Welcome, Donna. Welcome, Debbie.
Yeah,
Happy
we just figured out that this is our very first 3 at 3
on the new set.
So
I think this is our very first 3 at 3 together. What were they thinking?
I don't know.
Hello. Hi, Chris. Hi, Judy. I'm so excited for today. Cindy's in the house.
I am. Here I am. I was sick
house.
last week, but I'm all over that.
Yep.
So
yeah. Woohoo. Are you guys ready for today? Because I am so ready for today. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to do this.
A really special guest. I can't wait to hear the stories.
Yep. Gail's been missing us. So yes.
Well, we've been missing you guys too.
I know. We have been anxiously awaiting our turn. So,
yes. And here it is. Ta-da!
Welcome to 3 Things at 3.
My hair look good?
You look really hot.
I've been practicing my whole life for this, guys. You notice I don't have a really table in front of me, so this is it.
You don't have the table.
No.
It's not Tipsy Tuesday.
I like it. I like the new setup.
Yep. I like the new setup too. Yeah. So, well, welcome to 3 Things at 3, where thing number 1,
something to smile about.
Thing number 2, we're going to learn something today.
Yeah, we are.
And thing number 3 is we're going to discover something. So, hey.
I like to discover something.
Let's go. Here we go. And we're back.
Okay.
We're back. Let's do this. So I have been so anticipating this day. And I think everybody in this whole company, and probably some people without this company, has been anticipating this day. We're just coming off from a really great Memorial Day weekend. And at my house, this means a whole lot of extra something special with us. So we're celebrating veterans. We're celebrating all things Memorial Day this week. And so I have a really special guest, somebody that makes me smile an awful lot. He's made me smile my whole life. And I cannot wait to share him with you guys. So are you guys ready?
That's awesome.
Are you
Yes.
guys ready?
But first of all, can I just share why I like Memorial Day?
Yes.
I mean, my grandpa served in World War II, and he was a tank driver. Drove one of those tanks, and so I just love all the beauty that surrounds it.
Mhm.
You go to the cemetery, and the flowers are so beautiful,
Right.
and the flags are waving, and it's like we all have something in common because we're celebrating those that have taken and earned our freedom.
Right. Paid the
So,
ultimate sacrifice.
yeah, so important.
Yes.
So important.
Yeah, so important.
I'm excited to
thank
meet
you.
our guest.
Okay. Well, I am excited to introduce him. This is somebody that I grew up with. He means an awful lot to me. And so I want to welcome retired Captain Morgan Nelson, my baby brother.
Yay!
Yay! Best sister ever. No, what a great weekend we had. You know, I mean, a great opportunity that we can come off and honor our fallen soldiers and those that are no longer with us, our brothers and sisters, and we miss them so much. And I mean, that's for everybody and every veteran. I mean, we all give something, but some gave the ultimate price, and that's their lives. And we love them together, and those that are gone and our heroes, we love them and we miss them so much. Every single day I think about them, especially a few of them, which I had the opportunity and grateful that I get to serve with them, and I just love them to death.
Oh, thank you,
That's
Morgan.
awesome.
He does not do this very often, and he doesn't talk about things very often,
No.
and at all. So I thought maybe he would give me just a little bit of a soundbite, and he said that he would be willing to go live. And so I just want to thank him.
This is a
First
big
of all,
thing.
this is a
I
big deal.
know.
This is a big deal to me, and I'm sorry. You
Yeah.
guys know me. Here we go. I might cry.
I got
mean,
tissues, guys.
here
Don't
we
worry.
go.
I got tissues, okay? So, yeah, don't worry about that.
Yes. So Morgan and I grew up in a quilting family. I asked him if I could share this just a little bit, but one of my favorite memories of Morgan was I went off to college, and he's 10 years younger than I am. So when I went off to college, Morgan gave me a gift that I still have to this day. And I don't know if he remembers, but he sent me with a quilt for my bed. And he had tied that as a 5-year-old. He had tied a quilt for me to take with me to college so that I would remember him. I should have brought it, but
special.
yeah. So when we decided to talk about Quilts of Valor, which is what we're talking about today, I asked him if he would just talk to us a little bit about what Valor means to him and what Memorial Day means to him.
Right.
And because they're pretty big words. And so when we give a Quilt of Valor, or when we present a Quilt of Valor, I don't think we understand the impact that we have on these.
You know, not to interrupt, but I think that, you know, for myself, I've never served. And my dad didn't serve. So I really didn't have anybody that, you know, I could relate that close to like you can. So I'm sure that the Memorial Day is a whole different.
Yeah, it takes on a different meaning. And I'm sure that there are those of you out there that either have served or have veterans in your family.
Oh yeah.
Living or dead. And so share with those in the comment. But Morgan, tell us a little bit about what Valor means to you.
Word, and I mean, anybody that has a in the military that has a V device, I mean, these are our heroes. They've done something that is beyond what you're expected to do. These are our Medal of Honor, like it is a step below a Medal of Honor recipient, which I served with a Medal of Honor recipient. I commissioned with one, and he received under Barack Obama. He was awarded the Medal of Honor, and what a great thing. And he has a story, and he did something courageous, and he saved lives. And when you receive a V device, which is very similar, it's very important. And these are our Rambos. These are the guys that we watch movies about. These are the guys that are doing things that they're not necessarily asked to do. I mean, we're only asked to shoot, move, communicate, do the things in the Army, but these guys are going beyond. They are risking their lives. They are doing things that they know that are going to do that. And that's that selfless service. And that's one of the values that we hold dear. and they are doing that for their brothers and sisters to save lives. And when somebody says that I am doing this for my valor and for these things, that is a very, very important word, and it means a lot. And when you see somebody and they have like a V device and they are valiant, obviously the Army's recognize them for, and there's a lot more people that have probably done more for the Army that aren't recognized, but it is very, very important. And of course, our fallen are always, every single one of them, because nobody asked them to give their lives and nobody asked them to do these type of things. Actually, we did ask them to do it, and we were so indebted to them forever. And I'm so grateful that I can stand on this earth, on our ground, on our hallowed nation every single day and be grateful to these people and these people that have earned our freedom and breathe this fresh air that we can experience this freedom. I'm just so grateful for them.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of comments coming through, Morgan, about people that have served for 20 years of their life, and given their lives. I mean, that we have brothers and fathers that these women and men that are with us in the audience today just know the price that we paid, and I personally know the price you've paid, and I thank you for that, because I know we talked a little bit, that you do have brothers in arms that you think about every single day, and I know that the price that you pay just a little bit. So I know that this portion is something to make you smile, and I want you to know, Morgan, that I smile every day for the freedom that you've given us, and I'm very grateful for it. And we're going to be talking about Quilts of Valor and something that we can do as women and men for our veterans
who don't actually go out into the field, but we can also give.
That we can honor. And so I just want to thank all of our viewers today for their service and for the people in their lives. And I want to really, really thank you for being my brother and for the service that you paid and for doing this for me.
Of course.
I just absolutely love you, and for sharing just a few things. And I'd like to have you on again. I mean, share some of the fun stories. But as we go into honoring
like the one story
our
I heard,
veterans,
that was very fun.
honoring our veterans, I just wanted to share a little piece of me with our viewers. So,
that's
thank
awesome.
you,
Morgan. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank
you to your family. Thank your wife. Thank.
Because it's not just the soldier,
right?
It's the family.
It's the family.
It's the kids. It's the wife that stays home to take care of the family.
All right. Any parting words before we let you go?
Well, I just love you women, and I love all the support and everything. And I mean, the colors, we love it. I mean, everybody that comes home and everybody, we all rally around the American flag, and it's the one thing that we can salute, and we always do. And we love America, and we love everything about it. Thank you so much for having me on.
All right. Okay.
Thanks, Morgan.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
I love you too.
Okay. Well, that's our thing number one. I hope that he brought a smile to your face.
Oh,
I mean,
he did.
has
What a
been
sweet
special,
guy.
yeah, he's a special place in my
and the
heart.
fact
So
that he did that for you, when he was so young,
yeah,
well, that's awesome.
Yeah, he's
love
pretty
to see
dang
that
cool.
one day.
All right. Well, that's our thing number one.
Okay.
So we have a really fun thing number two, and I know
I'm
that there's
excited.
somebody waiting.
Yes, there is.
All right.
Is.
Okay. Over here.
Welcome over to the set.
I know, that Cheri's not far if Cindy's in the house. So yes. So we are going to do something really fun. But Cheri, I want you to share just a little bit about Quilts of Valor before we go into our Quilts of Valor block today.
Okay. So first of all, I want to thank Morgan too. That was really, I'm glad he came on. So we're going to try and get through this, okay? So I got to research Quilts of Valor, and we did this as a service project last year, but I looked a little bit more into it this year, and I was so touched because Catherine Roberts, in 2003, her son was deployed in Iraq, and she had a dream. And in that dream, she saw a soldier who had lost all hope, and he was sitting on the side of his bed, and she could see his like war demons, and she's just like, how do I help? And so at that point, the dream like changed scenes just like a movie. And she's like, I saw him wrapped in a quilt. And at that point, he was full of love. And so
Cheri, I've got your back. Allison, do you need
and so to me, that just touched me so much because of my son who's a Marine, and the fact that like the dates, 2003 was when my son was born. It was just like all the things. And the one thing that really also touched me is that some of the past people said, you know, when these young men and women sign up to be an armed service person, I can't think of what it is, they agree to defend the Constitution against anyone. And we do not get to judge what their war story looks like and how it has affected them. But we are there to love them and to help offer that love to them. And so Quilts of Valor to date on their site has awarded, and it is an award, it's a presentation to get the quilt. They don't want it just like thrown on their doorstep or whatever, but they have done over 382,765 quilts have been awarded.
Wow.
So to me, I think that that's amazing. And I love this block because I feel like I can do a block in probably an hour, probably less if you don't mess up. And there's a story behind that. But if you don't mess up, it's under an hour, and it goes to a great cause, and it hopefully is equaling the quilts equal that hope, that love, and just that. Yeah, it's a big thing. So, and it's such a little thing. So hopefully you guys will see how quick this is, and we can show you one put together really quick.
Well, one of the things about Quilts of Valor is we think, oh, I can't get a whole quilt.
Yeah.
But all we need and all we're asking and all we want to teach you is one block. And so Quilts of Valor this year has chosen this block that's called the Ohio Star.
Yep.
And it's the block, and they have certain requirements, and we're going to walk you through those. But this block, they just want the quilt block, and they'll put
just
the quilt
one
together.
block,
One
and you
block.
can feel
And
like
so
you've donated so much.
if each of us put together a block. The fun part about this is really we're going to walk you through the two different types of squares that we're going to do. And once you have those squares, the block comes together really easy. So let's do it.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to throw that tissue away because I'm not crying anymore. Okay.
You're
So
giving that up?
the first thing that you do is it has you cut two different squares. You cut your white and your red square together, and it has you cut your white and your blue square.
Okay.
And so it gives you all the dimensions, and we will give you a link on how to do each, but you basically have 4-inch finished squares. But these are such fun ways to do. The first is an hourglass. So you're going to cut this at 5.5 by 5.5 each together. And then you're going to take corner to corner, and I use a friction pen and this Quilter's Magic Wand, and you're going to draw a line just right down from corner to corner.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to hand this off to you. I want 1/4 inch on one side and 1/4 inch on another side, and then we're going to show you the tricky part of this.
All right.
So while she's doing it, I also have a blue and a white square that I'm going to do exactly the same thing, but you cut this just a little bit smaller. This one is cut at 4.5 inches. So I will get that together so that she can just chain those while she's cutting. We're using the chorus, the Baby Lock chorus today, which is sewing machine only, and she's using the edge of her presser foot for the 1/4 inch. We have it set to the Q3 mode on it, and so she just goes right down both of those sides. Okay, this is where it gets so fun on this block. And so I love to do these hourglasses this way. But Cheri, what we're going to do let me move this out of the way, is I'm going, see where this line is drawn? I'm actually going to place my ruler corner to corner on the opposite side.
Yep.
Let me pull this down so that you guys can see that just a little bit. Opposite side. And I'm going to cut, just place one cut, and then I'm going to take and I'm going to cut right on my line on both sides.
Okay. Perfect.
And when I open this, you will see that I have 2 blocks ready to go almost. We just have to take that to the iron.
And in the directions, it does say press to the red side.
Right.
So press
to
to
the dark. I mean, you know, little Star Wars right there.
Yeah.
So she's going to press these to the dark. We're going to open those and then we will match those together. And we have 2 hour blocks ready to go. Going to hand these to her. And while she's getting ready for the, while she's doing that, on the blue one, this is just a half square triangle, not the hourglass. So we're just going to cut right down that center line. So we'll open those to the start.
We turned it on too soon and it went to sleep.
Oh. You know, the old iron, you have to shake it.
Yes.
That's why you have to watch Dateline while you're quilting.
Is that
so
why?
that you have something to do. Yep.
Okay. So here's these ones. So you can get those put together.
Okay.
Show them how those go together.
So I'm just going to lay these. Now we're just going to take and we'll lay the white to one side and the red to one side. And we have our hourglass put together. So if you press both sides to the dark, as you can see, you can just nest those together and they are good to go. So,
okay. There's the blue ones.
Yep.
And I'm so good. Those are done.
Wow. Okay. I'm also using the Tucker Trimmer 1 because I'm going to square these to 4.5 inches. I love this ruler. And so to 4.5 inches, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the center line on this ruler. I'm going to line it right up to the middle. I'm going to line this right here to my 4.5 inches on both sides. And I'm just going to trim these to 4.5 inches here and here. There's lots of different ways that you can square up these blocks, but we are actually squaring this one to 4.5 inches just here. And Cheri has our other one ready to go. See how easy this block comes together? Leanne says, Allison, watch Dateline. It's Little House on the Prairie. I know, Leanne. We talked about this before. Okay, so when we open this right here, you can see that that just makes that perfect hourglass just right there on both sides. So I'm going to take my Tucker trimmer here. And the reason that I really like this is it has this little square in the middle. So I'm going to trim this to 4.5. So I will line up this line, make sure that I'm squared in the middle, and I'm going to just trim 2 sides. Then I'm going to flip this around. I'm going to square that up again, line up both sides to that 4.5, 4.5, and trim the opposite side. Okay, once those are together, then we just simply line those 3 up, and our block is put together.
But
Let
Allison,
me, yeah, but we
have to
we have to bring it down.
What did you do here?
I know. I make this mistake over and over and over again.
There we go.
Let's go just a little bit further down. Just there. The funny part about that is that I made that mistake and sewed it together. Then Chris went home last night. She made hers, did the same mistake, and you have your
I didn't make
Ohio
that
Star.
mistake, but I sewed this one wrong the first time I sewed it and had to rip it out. So,
Yep.
but other than that, it's super easy.
Yes. And there's some questions. Like I said, there's lots of different ways to trim this up. The Perfect Slotted Ruler does the same thing. Tucker Trimmer does the same thing. I mean, you know, there's just lots of different ways.
Yes.
So we have made some Ohio Star blocks, and that is all you have to do. One block, one
block.
Ohio Star block, and it just comes together just that easy.
An hour, you can have it all done.
Yes, done and trimmed.
Yep.
Okay, so we have such a fun number 3. But that's our thing to learn. Do we have any questions? Anybody have any questions? I know, it's just too easy, right? Okay. Well,
Okay.
let's do thing number
Let's
3.
do it. Thing number 3.
Okay. All right. All right. So we have a graphic, and if everybody wants to take a screenshot, Quilts of Valor and where they can send their blogs.
Still no
Okay.
sound?
All right.
Yep.
So,
Okay.
so if everybody wants to take a screenshot, we want to do a Quilts of Valor giveaway. And so we are just asking everybody to send in one block.
One.
Yep. So do you want to tell us about it?
One block, guys. All you have to do is send in one block, and the blocks all have to be in by June 30th,
Mhm.
correct? They send them here to the store.
They send them actually to the store.
Oh,
Yes. And
okay.
so the address is on this Quilts
So
of
you're
Valor.
going to send it to the store, and for every block that you send, you're going to get an entry.
And what are we
into a
giving away?
drawing. We're giving away some table books. Look how awesome these are, guys.
All right. These are some of the coolest books ever.
I love them.
Cheri,
They're
have you seen
beautiful.
these books?
I have. They're so beautiful. It talks all about the Quilts of Valors and some different ones that are there. So it is a fun book to look through, to be inspired by.
So it talks about Quilts of Valor from every state, gives some really great Quilts of Valor patterns and some tips and tricks. And so just really fun. So if you send in 10 blocks, how many entries?
10,
You send in 20 blocks, how many entries?
20.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how easy it is, guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we have a link on our website
Mhm.
about where you can go to get the quilt block instructions, because they do have to be 12.5 by 12.5.
Right.
So
We'll collect them. We'll put your name into the drawing. We will send those blocks off, right, to
Yep.
the right place.
Yep.
And voila.
And we have until June 30th
June 30th, guys.
to get
Yeah.
those in.
That's a little more than 30 days. So get
Yeah.
hopping.
Yes. And
Get
they do need to
sewing.
be red, white or cream or whatever. And blue.
Okay. Okay. So
Yep.
no yellow, no sunflowers. Red, white, and blue, guys.
Betty Jo, you do not have to use solid fabrics. No.
Oh,
So
no.
fun.
Yeah. That will be really fun.
All right. Does
Awesome.
anybody have any questions? Suzanne says she'll send them in for you, Cindy.
Thank you. I'm still learning. I
Yes.
was trying to watch what you guys were doing, but yes, they looked really easy. So
They do need to be the pattern that we did show, Karen. They do need to be the Ohio quilt block. That's
So,
what they're asking.
Yes, each year Quilts of Valor does a different pattern. And so they take that block and put it into quilts. And so by having them the same size and meet all their specifications, they're able to put them into a quilt.
Right. Yes.
how nice.
Yeah.
How nice.
And what a great thing that we can participate in.
If you want to go off and do your own quilt, look at Quilts of Valor, because you can do a whole different pattern. There are some specifications though. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you want to send in a whole quilt, we'll be sure to forward that on for you
Oh,
as well.
Man, yes. Think of the entries.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Awesome.
we have a whole bunch of other things to share too today.
Man,
So
we're hopping.
yeah, what a great
Did we
show.
ever slow down?
You guys, thank you so much. What a great show, and thank you, ladies, for humoring us just a little bit, and
yes.
and remembering our patriotism and our freedom, and kind of what this week means to us around here.
Yep.
Well, so one of the things we have tomorrow is we have a really special guest on tomorrow, Cindy Cloward. Cindy Cloward is the owner of Riley Blake, and so they are going to talk about a really special quilt and kind of the story that came to pass on that.
Oh, fun.
Yes, so that is going to be really fun. And we have Tara Lee, Melissa, and Chris with Cindy tomorrow. Another thing is, if you haven't checked out our online catalog, be sure to log in on our website to the online catalog.
There's a lot going on.
Oh yeah, that is so fun. If you think, oh, what did they say about that? Grab that catalog. You can either download it, you can print it out, you can just look at it every day. We don't care if you go to our website every day, but yeah, that gives a lot of things that are coming up for the summer. Also, locals, we have a birthday celebration. How old are we going to be?
13.
13. We've hit
I
those.
feel 13.
We've hit those crazy teen years here at my girlfriend. So we've hit puberty, ladies.
Oh gosh, feels so good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We've really stepped up.
Come on to Logan. We have food trucks. We have giveaways. We're giving away a sewing machine.
Oh my
we have
gosh.
great sales. If you thought Kimberbell-Palooza was a great sale, come on up and see what we have in store for us. And so I know everybody's like, yeah, we get Monday off, but that just comes at a price.
Yes,
Means
it
you're
does.
working on
And that's
Saturday,
10 to 4.
10 till 4.
10 to 4, guys. So if
Yep.
you come at 4:30, so sad.
Yep.
You'll miss out.
And then we have a lot of Kimberbell events coming up. Do you want to talk about those, Cheri?
We do have a lot of Kimberbell events. We have some that just were added, including some in-store ones. I know people were wondering about that and questioning. So we have those. We have a couple of different classes that were just listed this week. So make sure you go ahead and check out the catalog and also look at new releases under the events. Next week, we do have a serger event with Melinda Stevenson here, and there are a few spots left. So if you're interested in learning about a serger, come join us, because we
You don't have to have a serger to join the event.
No.
I mean, absolutely, you don't have to have one. If you are just thinking about a serger, come spend 2 to 4
try one
days.
out.
Yeah.
Come test drive one.
Make an
Yes.
informed decision.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yep. And one of the Kimberbell events I'm so excited about is Kimberbell Days.
Yeah.
And we just added that.
just added that
Cheri,
this week.
Cheri, talk about that.
It is going to be a lot of fun. We are going to have Friday Fiesta, Saturday Siesta. And so we will be watching Kimberbell. We'll be doing a thing on Friday as part of it, but we are going to do some things. We're going to include lunches. We're going to include some kits that go with the theme, all kinds of different things there. So we're excited.
Can we go back and answer a couple of questions
Absolutely,
that I've noticed? No, this is not a donation for Tug. So Tug has nothing to do with this Valor.
Yeah.
Where can they get the pattern again?
So just log on to our website. We have a banner up that will give you the link to Quilts of Valor. You can also just search Quilts of Valor.
Okay.
And it'll say instructions for the block. But be sure to log onto our website, and it'll give you the link, and it gives you all the information about where to send it to and what the requirements are and where you can find the block instructions.
And I did see a question earlier that someone said, do they have to do the whole quilt top? Does it have to be done?
Right.
For
No.
this, you just have to do the quilt block. You
Just
don't even
the
need
block,
to. You don't even need
guys.
to put it in
Yeah.
a quilt. It can be the one single 12-inch block that you are able to send in for an entry. If you want to do a block or a whole quilt, go to Quilts of Valor and get their specifications.
Right.
Yep.
Yep.
Because we'll
And-
get all those blocks. We'll send them in, and they'll finish them.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And
so-
I just want to thank everybody. Thank you for your stories. I cannot wait to go back and go through the comments, read about your stories, share. And thank you. Thank you so much for participating today. Like I said, I know I've been so excited to be with you too on this show today. I've been so excited to have Morgan share a little bit with what I do. And I just want a big shout out to all of you for tuning in and watching, and hugs and love. And
Yep.
I just hope you have a great afternoon.
It's been a good week.
It has been a good week, and we're only halfway through.
I know. Hump day. Hump day. We're on the downhill slide, guys.
All right. Carol, the quilt behind us is beautiful. Just to call out that we do have comments sold tonight. So tune in 6:30. 6:30.
Oh my gosh.
Mountain Standard Time to comment sold on our Facebook Live. So,
Do we ever sleep?
well, I don't. Do you?
No, look at my eyes. No.
That's why we have Kimberbell's Saturday siesta. We were
Yeah,
hoping.
Yeah.
We gotta wait till the end of July to sleep.
Until
Wow.
the end of July.
End of July.
Yep.
I can't do it. I can't do
You
it,
can't.
Cheri.
You're
Sorry.
gonna have to do it tonight.
I'm gonna sleep in the car on the way back home.
Not me. I'm
so.
gonna be with you all at comment sold. So,
Tune in tonight, guys. 6:30. Comments sold. We love you.
all right.
Bye.
Bye.